Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in to the She Heals the World talk show today. So, as you know, the holidays are approaching, and when the holiday comes up, guess what? So does style. So, a lot of us are picking out our outfits for Thanksgiving and for Christmas and for New Year's. And I thought it would be super appropriate to feature Dana Asher on the show today. Dana is Shonda Rhimes' stylist. So Dana is going to give us all of the celeb secrets on how to look really amazing come this holiday season. So listen in. Dana has styled for Fox chairman and CEO Dana Walden, Michelle King of The Good Wife, Dreamworks producer Bonnie Arnold, and so many more. So I'm really excited that she came to join us to not only share her business story, but to share these awesome celebrity style secrets with us. So listen in. I'm sure you'll get a lot from this episode. Please join me in welcoming Dana Asher.
Welcome to the She Heals the World talk show with Dr. S, the place to hear stories of heart-driven women creatively living free. Our episodes highlight conversations and insights that support the values of self-care, creative and personal freedom, slower living, happiness, health, and wellness to help you live your absolute best life. To be a part of the movement and join the conversation, step inside our free Facebook group, She Heals the World, and say hello. It brings me great joy to bring you our next episode.
Hey everybody, welcome to the She Heals the World talk show. So today I am so excited to have our guest Dana Asher Levine on with us from The Clothing Therapist. She is a celebrity stylist and she's going to give us some celebrity style secrets for you. So Dana, tell us how you got started in your business.
Hi. Okay, well, I had a kind of uncharacteristic starting to my business. It wasn't like I seeked out that I was going to grow up and be a stylist. I had always loved fashion and before I made my career or college choices, I did go to fashion school for 1 year before I went to 4-year college. And my goal was always to be a mom. So I went to college. I worked in the garment business. I worked at FIDM, the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, the school here in LA. And I was very happy, had 3 children, was minding my own business. And then life happened and I ended up having to go back to work. Yeah. So I was in a Mommy and Me class when my daughter, who's now 21, we were in a class together and she's like, "Oh my God, you always look so great. Can I pay you to shop for me?" And I'm thinking, oh my God, seriously? This person wants to pay me to shop? And my parents had passed away. So I always looked up to heavens. I'm like, oh my God, Mom, I can't believe this is happening. And I'm who is Mindy Weiss, the celebrity wedding planner.
Mm-hmm.
She's my middle sister. And at the time, my older sister owned a store called Shop Intuition. It was here in LA and a big online presence back in those years. And I go, oh my God, this girl wants to pay me to shop. And then my sister Mindy was like, I just left Fox. I'm doing the Emmy party and the president of Fox doesn't have any time to shop. This is your job. And that is how it started. So,
oh my God.
So I started
kind of well known right off the bat. You got plugged right into the celebrity circle.
Like right in, but I had never seen what a stylist did, so I pretended. I like faked it. I made it. I'd never seen anything like there was no Rachel Zoe show back then. There was nothing. It was just like I was a shopper, so everybody knew me in the stores based on me being a shopper. So it wasn't like I had any So I started out pretending that I was doing like these big people for my sister Mindy. It's like, oh, Mindy Weiss sent me. She needs this and this and this. And then I set up all my contacts that way.
Yeah.
Back in those years, and we're talking, in the early 2000s, late 1990s, you didn't need credit cards or contracts. It was all just word of mouth. Like, oh, you need clothes from Saks? Okay, here it is. Oh, you need Neiman's? Okay, here it is. Now it's a whole different world. I feel sorry for the younger girls trying to start out because it's a whole different world.
Yeah, totally get that. So were you nervous working with, I could not imagine having my first job working with celebrities, my first job in an industry that I didn't really have that much of a background in, like you were working with celebrities right off the bat. Please tell me some stories about that. What was that like?
Well, number one, I didn't have a chance to be nervous because I went from being like a carpool. Like my biggest stress in life was being first in carpool to being I have to pay the rent and the mortgage. So it was a very small transition. I didn't have a lot of time to think about it. I just kind of had to do it. So whatever my uncomfortable situation was, I had to feed my kids. So you turn into a different you're in like survival mode. So you just really don't think about what you're doing. You just do it. So I recall going to the first person, and I still work for her today, is Dana Walden, president of Disney now.
Yeah.
I just did my 22nd Emmy with her this past weekend. And I remember a lot of my success was based on the fact that they were all really young too when we started. So when I started with Dana, she was just an executive who didn't have time to shop. And when I started with Shonda Rhimes, Grey's Anatomy hadn't even aired yet. Her agent called me and she's like, hey, I have this new client. She's going to be the next Oprah. And I'm like, great, sure, no problem. I'm thinking on the other side, I need the money so bad. I don't know if she's Oprah or not. Like, it was a big job. So I think when you go in with that attitude, you don't really have that fear, and they don't fear you and you don't fear them, because like they needed me and I needed them. Like Shonda was about to go on a TCA tour, like Grey's was just about to air, and the last thing she wanted to do was go shopping. So I think she was grateful that her agent sent it over, and I was grateful because I needed to feed my children. So there was never that stigma like, oh my God, I'm doing celebrities. It was just like a need-based thing. Like I provided a service that they needed.
Yeah. So Dana, it sounds like everything that you touched is like going to turn to gold, because you were able to get in, you worked with the celebrities, and then you just kept building and building and building. Please tell us if you've had any hurdles along the way, because I'm quite sure there are women listening and they're just like, oh my gosh, I can't even get my first client. Like,
so many hurdles, and at the same time I was raising 3 children. So it was like my daughter, my 21-year-old, like she used to go to work with me, sleep in the car. I mean, there were so many hurdles, financial hurdles, emotional hurdles, dealing with, as I started this and the women that I started working with became more powerful and more powerful and more powerful, things changed, directions changed, attitudes changed, emotions changed. Taking care of powerful women is very rewarding, but it's super stressful. Like I always say, like, I didn't go to the Harvard Law School of shopping. I was in the right place. I work really hard. I have great work ethic and a really good reputation, which is key when you're dealing with personalities and when you're dealing with stores that are taking a chance on you. So you have to have a great reputation. So there was many struggles. There's so many I don't, if the phone didn't ring, there'd be nights when I didn't have any jobs booked for that week. And then for some reason they just appeared. Struggles were just trying to manage it all. And you couldn't turn down a job because you needed the money so bad, but you couldn't let them know how bad you needed the money, or they wouldn't want to hire you, because if they thought you were desperate, then why would they hire somebody and let you into their house and give you their credit cards if they thought you were like one step from homeless?
I think there's such a beautiful element to the work that you do, Dana, with helping these really powerful women accept and love their bodies and learn how to dress in a way that makes them feel confident and good about their work. I think every single woman could benefit from that. So I am dying to hear some celebrity style secrets that some of our everyday business women can use, because they are on camera and they're on Facebook Live and they're on Instagram, and there's this whole thing with women and bodies and feeling good in our bodies and not trying to lose weight. So, in a way that makes us insecure, in a way that makes us feel like we can't love ourselves as we are. So what secrets do you have for us so that we can just get over this hurdle?
Well, first off, let me say that even the most powerful women are as insecure as we are. They look in the mirror and they see exactly what we see in ourselves on themselves. They may not show it, you may not think it, but they live it the same way we do. Doesn't matter if they're 90 pounds or 500 pounds, they still think of, like, they're still so critical of themselves.
Wow.
It's just a natural woman thing.
Yeah.
Um, in the olden days, now, fortunately for us in the last 5 years, size inclusivity is we've had so many options. I mean, I used to buy 3 dresses and sew them together and make them one, just so my large size clients felt fashionable. Because at those times there was nothing. I got a great seamstress, and we would just take a dress, say we wanted to look like, I'm just using this as a reference, like a Dolce dress. But
Mm.
we couldn't get a Dolce dress in our size because they just didn't make it. So I would go to Nordstrom's and buy like the knockoff ones. So they were like $99, and I would buy 3 of them and make a size 24. So
Wow.
now it's a lot easier because I have so many more options. And most of my clients are 10 to 20 size. I have a few, I would say under 10% of my clients are below size 10. The majority of my work is size 10 to 24. So, as far as making them feel good about themselves, I think it's all about having choices. When they go into their closet, if they feel good about themselves, they feel more successful. In the olden days, you could go get a few tents and hang them in your closet, so it was depressing. Now there's
Mm.
options,
Mm.
and you can go to your closet and feel good about what you're putting on. What I usually do when I start working with a new client or I do a new season is I do wardrobes in 3-month increments so that for the current 3 months, everything is right there. The pant, the jacket, the dress, everything kind of coordinates like Granimals back in the 60s. I don't know if people remember that. But
Yeah.
that way, they don't become overwhelmed by too much in their closet, because when you have too much in your closet, that's overwhelming also. Because they're so busy and they have this event and that event and this event, I try to really hone it down for them and have 2 great black dresses, 2 great black pants, color here where we can use it, but make it really simple to pick it out and fit. One
Yeah.
thing women don't do, which men are impaired to, or not sound right, or men have to do, is when men go and buy a suit, they have to get it tailored. No man can go into the store and buy a suit and walk out. No women can go into a store and buy a dress and walk out and fit perfectly. Women
Mm.
need to take time altering things. The smallest little alteration can make you feel like $1,000,000. It fits great. It's accentuating your positives. It's not showing your negatives. A little tick, if you take a jacket that's a little boxy and you take it in the waist, it makes it more flattering. And there's a dry cleaner all over the country that has a seamstress in it. So
Mm.
they all have access to alterations, but for some reason women don't always, they feel like if the dress doesn't fit, they don't buy it.
Yeah, which is a good point because I have never altered a dress other than for weddings and big events. My like everyday clothes, even if it's a fancy meeting, I've never even thought to have an alteration. So now I know that that is the number one celebrity styling secret, ladies, is like go to the tailor, go to the dry cleaners and get it tailored for you.
You
Wow.
a little nip in the pants, like even to make it a little tapered, you can
Yeah.
elongate you so much. It doesn't matter what size you're on. I'm 4'11".
Mm.
Most of my women, are middle size, like 5'7", 5'6". So
Mhm.
anything that elongates us and makes us, when you put something on and it fits great, you feel good too.
Yeah. So Dana, tell me about colors because there's this big debate about like what colors are okay to wear on video and which ones aren't. Do you have any of your favorites or any that we should
You
stay
know,
away from?
don't like to do those colored chart things, I think, or whatever, right? The only thing is, obviously, and we all know we all look better in jewel tones or bright. It just doesn't matter what our skin color is, it just pops. I
Okay.
um, I do a lot of photo shoots on my clients, and they're not, they know plaid and no small prints. I think it really depends on the situation. I like the no rules clause, like whatever looks good, looks good. Obviously, you
Mm.
know, you don't want to go out wearing, a print of Halloween skeletons. But mean, I think it's a case by case basis. If you remember the olden days in the Oprah time when you would look out into the audience and everybody was in a beautiful color?
Yes.
I think that stands true to today, that when you're speaking or when you're going to a meeting, a beautiful color makes you stand out.
Mm.
Even if
Hmm.
you're wearing a black suit and you do like even if a light blue or a light pink is a lot for you, if just even that little bit of color, you get a compliment. It's shocking if you go and do, like we go out, we've done these things where we go out in all black and then we go out in the same suit with a little blue or a little pink. And it's amazing what happens and how people react to that.
Wow. Yeah. So get those bright colors. So even if it's a season where the color may not be in, you may still want to. I don't even know if there's even such a thing. I mean, I'm totally not in the stylist world,
I
but
don't think there's any season where color's not in, especially
okay.
now. Color's more in than ever. But I think that women often feel like black is best. And in
Yes.
some cases it is, but if you really want to, a great black dress is the most classic, timeless investment you can make. Um, Obviously, and you can always dress it up with a beautiful scarf or a different color purse. So I'm not saying don't go out and get a black dress, but I'm also saying take a little risk and get, you know, a light colored underpinning to throw under your black suit, or take your black suit blazer, wear it with a pair of boot cut jeans and a t-shirt on a casual Friday. Mix it up. Like if you're buying a suit, like you can buy, mix the jacket and the pants up. It doesn't always have to stay with that same, um, the way you bought it.
Yes. Got it. Got it. Okay. Well, I am taking notes. And so I have tip one and I have tip two with color. Is there anything trending right now that we should know about?
Wow. Well, going back to that, access is everything. We have access to everything now. I think that, and there's so many options. We have Zara, we have Target, we have ASOS, we have Bergdorf's, we have Bloomingdale's. If you go on to what's trending in all of them or what to wear now, it's all the same. Animal prints, burgundy, um, houndstooth. It's a
Mm.
lot easier now to see what's trending because you can just push a button. And like I learned from these two girls that they're much younger than me, but I just love the girls that started Summer Fridays. Are
Yeah.
you familiar with that? Lauren.
Mhm.
Um, and what they finally said is Google it. Anything
Mhm.
you want to know is on Google. So I think as far as trends go, you obviously have to see what you're comfortable in. I mean, I wouldn't recommend, if you're not in, to just put a whole animal print outfit on is not going to be a very flattering thing for anybody. But a touch of it, I mean, unless you're a Kardashian, but you know what I mean, a touch of it on any size range is great. And everything, in moderation. A little of this, a little of that. Have your basics and then have your fun, like trend pieces that you don't spend a lot of money on. Like I always say, like your black suits, your black dresses, blazers, coats should be investment pieces. They should be good quality. Whatever your highest budget that you have, that's how much your suit should be. And
Mm.
and anything, your underpinnings, scarves, those can all be the lower end. I start like a puzzle, like my four corners: good shoes, a good suit, a good purse, and a one great accessory, and then fill in with the more trendy things that you only wear for say one or two seasons. It's okay. You haven't invested that much in it, so it can be a trend piece.
Beautiful. My last question for you is about jewelry. So I have and this is me, and so I'm sorry, audience, I'm struggling with this myself, but I am a very classic person. I just need like some nice diamond, stud earrings, and I have my wedding ring on, and maybe a tennis bracelet, and I'm okay with jewelry. But there's so much staple jewelry coming out, and I'm wondering if I should get into the whole statement jewelry kind of thing. What is your recommendation with that? Do you have any favorite brands? Do you recommend to keep it plain and simple? Should I stand out with my jewelry?
I
What is
think
it?
that again, like anything else, we have so many options. I love the enamel trend for jewelry. One company is EF Collection. You like stack different colors, enamel bands. They have them at every price point. So if you want to get trendy, I would do it in the enamel jewelry way because it's not so overbearing as far as financially and the look of it. You're not looking crazy. You're not looking like you're trying too hard. It just is a great accoutrement to what you already have. So I like the enamel trend, and I also like just the old fashioned, just a rope chain or a serpentine chain, something just very simple in yellow gold or white gold or rose gold, whatever your choice is. But I'm not super trendy. So as far as like big earrings are concerned, because kind of look a little. I mean, it's great on some people. Like I was watching Dancing with the Stars last night, and I was watching Carrie Ann, and I can never pronounce her name properly. She had the biggest earrings on. And I was like, God, that is so cool, but I could never pull it off. So it's just basically what you can pull off. If you can pull off great statement earrings, that's great. If you can pull off, like I wear like little, not huggies, but like medium-sized hoops because I can't wear anything bigger because I'm small.
But, well, you brought up a good point there. Being small or knowing your size also affects what kind of jewelry you wear. I didn't even think about that.
Right, because you look at some of like, I'm just using these as reference because so people can understand the reference of it. But if you look at like the Kardashians, who I love, I have nothing against them, but you can totally get all the different looks. Like Chloe wears like super big hoops. I can't even walk around in that. It's like all up under my neck. How are you supposed to work and talk on the phone with like super hot, you know what I mean? So it's about your lifestyle. Now, if I were going to a bachelorette party and all I had to do is put a cute dress on and look cute in a club, yeah, I would love to wear big hoops. But in reality, that's not something I would invest in.
Totally get it. Dana, thank you so much for sharing these tips with us. I mean, you have built such a beautiful business and you're doing such amazing work, really helping women feel good in what they're wearing and build confidence in that. So if you could look back at your 10-year younger self and give her any piece of advice, what would it be?
Like myself, wake up in the morning and like what I see, and save money.
Save money. Tell me why they should save money, because I think that may be something for our audience.
I'm 56 years old. I just turned 56 last week. And I think that I never worried about growing old. I think I was always about, oh my God, I got to get this purse. Oh my God, I need these shoes. I need this. Oh my God, I need this. And I lost track of like, okay, once I have the shoes in the bag, and then like, who's going to take care of me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just think a little, like, maybe I made a few priority mistakes over the years. Maybe I didn't need that multicolored Louis Vuitton Speedy in 2004. But, at the time, it sounded like a great investment. So I think that I would have learned more how to manage my money and be a better money person, and then been fashionable after that.
I love that. How can we support you? How can we find you? Please drop your links and how our audience can support you.
Thank you. You can follow me at The Clothing Therapist on Instagram or my website. And I especially love helping women start over.
And can you tell us your website one more time?
The Clothing Therapist.
theclothingtherapist.com. Dana Asher, thanks so much for coming on the show, and we can't wait to have you back.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, there you have it. Thanks so much for listening to the show today. And as always, for more resources as you continue to live out your beautiful mission of healing the world and grow your beautiful business, you can head to www.shehealstheworld.com/freebie to see what new resources I have in store for you. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend, and I can't wait to see you at the next episode.